I just outed myself as having participated in anal sex. Is that okay? The Heritage Place. So I'd like to thank you.
I just have better tailoring skills. And I spent too much of my dad's money going to art school, so this is everything I'm supposed to do. Realistically, anybody could get up here and talk about their politics. And people would kind of show up, stick around, listen, participate if you want to, or not if you don't, make fun of it, whatever. I just want people to recognize that I do take this really seriously because it's what I do, and my politics are really dear to me and really important. But it's also, it's just my opinion, really. You know, like who am I to tell anybody what to do? Who's heard of the word truncated joints before?
How about putting someone's feet in your phone sex? Phone sex is really the only way that I have sex now. Phone sex is definitely a part of some people's sexuality. So when we talk about people's sexuality, it's really diverse, and I don't think that any one person on the planet would say that they are interested in all of these activities all of the time. So it's really individual, and it's really personal, and it's really important that people feel comfortable with their sexuality, however that manifests and whatever that is and whatever that means to you. It's just important to get to know and to understand what your sexuality is and how it translates in your own body. There's a number of reasons why this is an issue. We don't talk about sexuality. We don't talk about it in the press. We don't talk about it in polite conversation. And we can talk about sexuality, like we can talk about, oh, well, so-and-so just came out. Oh, isn't that great? Oh, it's so wonderful that we've got a gay friend now, or a lesbian friend now, or a bisexual friend, because now we're kind of participating in that specific cultural economy of being able to access a minority group. It's like having a friend that's a person of color. It's something that's really important for a lot of people to seem that they are appearing liberal. And I think it's also just important to kind of check our heads about that too, and about how we can be tolerant of difference, but not necessarily accepting and celebratory of difference. I think that there's a big disparity, or a big difference, a gap between what we're willing to tolerate and what we're willing to accept. Like I hear a lot of people talk about how they don't want to see drag queens at pride parades because it gives the queer community a bad rap. Who knows who Marsha P. Johnson is? No one knows who Marsha P. Johnson is? Has anybody heard of Stonewall?
Yeah.
What's Stonewall? Yes, it's a gay bar in New York. In terms of a historical event, what significance does that gay bar in New York have? Who here thinks they have a file where thesis? These are all my friends that have files with thesis. So the Canadian Security Intelligence Service kind of keep tabs on, they're kind of like the Homeland Security Council of Canada, and they're here to make sure that none of us are terrorists.
Because RuPaul had done it in like Melrose Place, and there were queer people all over the media, a very desexualized identity, a very desexualized sense of a queer identity. But it became a really cool thing to have a gay friend, and it became a really cool thing to have a gay male friend. And there were a lot of women that were queer that didn't necessarily, or weren't necessarily allowed to participate in that whole it being cool thing, which is kind of indicative of the way that we kind of treat women in general, as I've kind of been harping on for a little while. But I also think maybe it's important for people to hear someone harping on that for a little while. So you need to get the shoulder pads up so I can be a little, take a little more authority and fill a bit more space as a feminist strategy, but also with these shoulder pads, kind of embracing the mid-'80s style of large shoulder pads for female office workers, as masculinizing themselves and taking up more space as a strategy in the boardroom. Which worked in a lot of cases, but then you guys have heard of the glass ceiling? Breathe. Thank you. So, how the hell am I supposed to link that to pro choice? Ian Curtis.
It's all in my eye.
Who's Ian Curtis? Something in my eye. Lead singer of Joy Division. What's so significant about the lead singer of Joy Division, Ian Curtis, and pro-choice politics? He killed himself. He exercised his ability to make a choice, to make a decision about his life and about ending it, and he did. And we're all sad that he's not around, but hopefully happy that he is hopefully happy somewhere. Do you want to think about Ian Curtis for a minute with me? Want to think about all the other people we know that have killed themselves? And all the other people that have made decisions that other people didn't appreciate and told them that they were fucked up, or told them that they were wrong, or told them that they were immoral, or told them that they were stupid, or told them that they didn't know what they were doing, or told them another opinion that they didn't want to hear. And think about all those people, including ourselves, and those decisions that we've made. And think about decisions that we'll have in our future. And think about all the space that's above us right now to make decisions. So I got some juice. People want juice. Do we want to ask why I might be interested in having the audience throw tomatoes at me? Before we leave here tonight, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. I really, really appreciate everybody for showing up. The Vegan Chocolate Gorging Bloodfest was really fun, but it also means something pretty specific to me. We're talking about trying to publicize queer sexuality with this event and create a sense of safety in a public space that can be really difficult for a lot of different communities to find. But right now I want to talk specifically about the trans community.